Hey, welcome back to some Minecraft StoneBlock. I did a lot of automation related stuff since the last episode, playing around with belts, and I'm gonna show it off. First, I figured out we can make diamond chests. Look at all that storage space. And so I made a whole bunch of those, and so far I have not started to organize my stuff. It's all messed up and everything is just all over the place. So I think next time, or after this episode, I'm gonna just reorganize everything and get this tidied up. Now, so what have I been doing? So, I automated all of this. I've got completely automated washing stations, or a washing station. So I can get copper, I can get diamond, I can get pretty much everything you can get from washing. The washing station is right here. And the gravel just drops down there, the sand drops down there, the dust drops down there, and this washes it. Now I'm going to go through it step by step and how it gets to these containers, how all the items are transferred over. So, first step, I went over these earlier. These are just cobblestone generators underneath here. Here. And then the cobblestone is hammered into gravel, gravel to dirt, dirt to sand, and sand to dust. So we've seen that before. I did the same thing up here. So we've got gravel, sand, and dust automated using this process here. Now, right now they're not dropping anything because I put levers here to control them. Just in case all of these chests get full or something and I don't want any more materials dropping. Or I want to save materials up here so I can just grab them out. So if I flip the switch on gravel, let's say. Alright, it just drops them down. I've got one windmill, or water mill, back there. It's washing it. Now, this is a brass funnel, which has a filter on it. So, it's not going to go inside through the filter until it's washed. It's just going to stay there, which is amazing. There it goes. Now, how does the filter work? Well, I found out that you can actually make these filters. Oop. Filter. Where is it? Filter. Okay, they're pretty easy to make. Wool and iron nuggets. Wool, of course, I don't have sheep, but we can make wool from just a couple of string. Yeah, just 4 string. You can make soap. The heck is that for? Anyway, so you make these filters. So normally, these brass funnels, they can have one item as a filter. So you like select an item, and I'll show you how they work. I've got one set up over here. This one has no filter. So if I put my iron axe into the filter slot, so that's the only item it will accept. So you can only have one item. Oh boy. So in order to add more items, or in order to allow me to fine-tune the filters, I craft this filter item. So you right-click with the filter item in the hand, and you can add things to it. You can select if it's a deny list, which means it will not let any of these items through the filter, or allow, which means it will only allow these. Respect data and ignore data is for, I think it's for like attributes like if you have a diamond sword in the filter, then if you have ignore on right here, then it will ignore any magical properties on the diamond sword, and it will just allow all diamond swords. I'm not really 100% sure on that. But once you create the filter, then you put it in the filter slot. And then it filters all of those items, not just one. So, actually, I'm going to make some soul sand. Put some sand in there so I can get a better look. So it's not going to go in the chest until it converts. Oh, no. No, this one has a soul sand filter on it. Okay, so yeah, I need to take that off. But anyway, you get how it works. Okay, so we've got a filter on here that stops our blocks from getting through until they've been washed. And so I've got these three: gravel, sand, and dust. And this one is just for any random items I want to filter. Like soul sand. Forgot to take that. Let's run that through. So just put it in here. Any random items you want to wash. And I do have a soul sand filter on this brass funnel, so it's not going through. And it takes a minute. Now, when it goes in here, it's going to go in the chest. Then immediately it's going to be launched right onto this conveyor belt in back. I'm going to go around. Okay, yeah, there we go. Goes all the way to the end. Now, these on the bottom, they don't need filters because they can only accept what can be put in these birch drawers. So this accepts flint. This is flint only. So you don't need a filter on here. It will only pull in flint to put there. So no filters needed here. So these funnels will just grab items off the belt. Whatever they can grab and put in the drawer, they will grab. Now at the very end here, I have like an overflow chest for items that are not included on here. They'll just flow to the end and flow in here. I've got a bunch of lapis because my lapis drawer is full. So it just runs all the way down to there. But you can upgrade these. I will show how in a moment. So that's the filter station. Now, I'm just going to turn all these on. And watch everything fill up. Again, it's not super fast. These blocks don't generate super quickly. But it's completely automated, so it's great. And now the top one here, top row, I get iron, zinc, coal, and some other stuff. This is for crushed items. You can see some coming from the belt. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can hear that working. Okay, so this crusher, this is, right now it's kind of ugly, and I don't like the way it looks. I'm going to redesign it. I just assembled all of this real quick just to get a feel for how it worked and if it worked. And it does work pretty well. It's a little bit slow. These crushing wheels are slow, but they do get the job done. So I just put a bunch of gravel up here. Later I can have an automated process, fully automated process. But right now I have to dump a bunch of gravel here. I only have to do that once in a while because it is quite slow. And it just drops in the crusher wheels. And the result drops onto the conveyor belt. These chain drives and gearboxes are needed to transfer the rotational forces from one belt to another. And I'm not really going to explain how exactly they work. They're not too complex. Just play around with them and you'll figure it out. So I've got this conveyor belt going down here. And similarly to the bottom belt, this top belt, this higher up belt, is fed into these drawers via funnels. Now, I found out that these funnels need filters. And the reason for that is the funnels are feeding into a chute. They're not feeding into the drawer directly. They're feeding into the chute. So even though this can only accept iron, the chute can accept whatever. So the funnel will pick up whatever it can, put it into the chute. It won't put it here if it's not iron, but it'll get stuck in the chute. So the top funnels need filters. I could redesign it so that it doesn't need filters. There are a lot of ways you could design something like this, I'm sure. And people have probably come up with much better ways. But I like playing around with it on my own and just coming up with my own creations. That's the whole fun of it for me. And similarly to this row up here, I've got a overflow chest for items not included here. So I can just, I can crush things like wheat. Let's grab some wheat. Throw it in. Might actually take a minute to get to the wheat. But yeah, when we crush the wheat, I don't know what it'll turn into. Flour, I guess. And it'll can't go in here. It'll go into the last chest. And so this will only back up if everything, not if everything is full, but if this is full. And if something gets down to here and this is full, then the whole thing will back up. But I can upgrade. I will show you how I can upgrade these drawers. I already upgraded this one. You might be able to see a little upper arrow, up arrow in the corner. It's real small, real hard to see. And this one has been upgraded. Normally the drawers can hold 2,000 items. This one can hold 16,000, I think. So here we go. Copper upgrade. Multiplies the block storage by 8. So 8 times 2,000, 16,000, I suppose. And I don't know if you can put multiple of these on storages, but oh my god, if you can, that's gonna give us a lot of storage space. So let's build another one for our lapis container. Now I have all the materials in my inventory. Let's build it. Okay. Our lapis is filled up. There we go, just right click and now it can accept 16,000. Oh man, we gotta... So one thing we can do is take all our lapis and just feed it back. Or we can just, you know, put it in here directly. But I'll do all that later. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. It took a while to come up with all this. The conveyor belts are sometimes kind of finicky, and it can be hard to get everything working just right. So, and I wanted to use a lot of different systems. I definitely wanted to use conveyor belts. And for this thing, this sorting system here, it was kind of necessary. There's really no way to push items that far without conveyor belts. I mean, I guess you could do some weird stuff with like water or whatever, but I don't even know if that'll work. So turn these back on. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with all of this. I'm going to probably keep these because I need a way to generate dirt. And it's always nice to have extra gravel, sand, or dust to just pick up if these are empty. So I'm going to keep these, but I'm going to move them. This is not the right place for them. I don't know where I'll move them yet. Oh, another thing. Originally, I had these, the outputs here dropped into chests, diamond chests here, because I figured that'd be a lot of storage. And it is. Diamond chests worked okay, except the great thing about these drawers is I can break them and they keep their contents. And that's really good for things like smelting and whatnot. Now, I don't have a setup here for it, but I could do something like if there's a lot of nuggets in here, there's like 4,000 nuggets. I don't want to turn all of that into ingots manually, like grab them, put them in a crafting table and do it that way. That's so tedious. So I could do something like I would just grab the entire drawer and then put it here temporarily. And then I would have like a pipe or a chute that drops it into the smelter and it just smelts all of it or smelts whatever it can automatically. And then once it's empty or once it's smelted all that it can, once the smelter is full, then I'll just pick it up, put it right back. So this is a great little setup I've got here, I think. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I really like the automation aspect of this mod. That's kind of what I'm into. So anyway, this is probably going to be a shorter episode. So I just wanted to show this off. So that's it. Next time, since I've been working on this for a while, I will probably do another round of exploration. Because I didn't get very far in here. I only got to about here. But there's so much more in here. I gotta go through it. And I think I'm gonna try to make some cardboard boxes so I can pick up some of the spawners, like the pillager spawner. The pillager spawner was particularly annoying because pillagers can spawn. The light level doesn't matter, I guess. So I can put torches everywhere. They will still keep spawning, which is annoying. So I got to do something about that spawner, but I don't want to break it because it could be quite useful. So I think next time I'm going to go through this again. But between episodes, I'm going to clean all of this up, make everything just a little more pretty. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining.